advocate for us, and it's also a way for them to feel involved and to get involved with the project. And so here tonight we have Michaela Hurst.
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Samantha. I'm Michaela Hurst, and I'm a project social ambassador for the NVLD project. And I know this is weird, but I absolutely love public speaking, but it's been some time since I've given a speech, so just bear with me. Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will lead its whole life thinking it is stupid. This quote is one of my favorites. I deliberated what I was going to say tonight because I wanted to make it memorable. I didn't know if I wanted to start off with a quote, but every time I read this one or hear it, it hits pretty close to home. So some of you might know me as Tree Girl from my first NVLD project vlog, and others of you might not, that's okay. If you don't, long story short, I love to climb trees. I love nature and the outdoors, go figure, I live in New York City. Ironically, I'm good at climbing trees, or at least I like to think so, but I tend to feel like the fish in the metaphor. I see activities like climbing and hiking as a metaphor for overcoming obstacles that a younger version of me, even 6 months ago version of me, never thought I could. And one of them is being here tonight in a position where I'm talking about having experienced successes and helping others just like me. So 10 years ago this time, I was sitting at home, probably working on my physics or geometry homework. I was struggling like I had never struggled in my life. I wanted to ask for help, but I didn't know where to begin. I asked for help, but still, nothing in either of those two subjects made sense to me. Meanwhile, I was struggling in nearly all my other classes, even the ones I used to be good at, like English. I couldn't write an essay, even though I was expected to know how. At 14, I underwent a comprehensive neuropsychological evaluation, and I was diagnosed with NVLD. My issues were, and still are, visual spatial processing, hence the struggles in geometry and physics, depth perception, visual recall, and slow processing speed. It was relieving, it was overwhelming, it explained so many things that for so many years couldn't be pinpointed. Fast forward to today, I'm standing here at the age of 24, 10 years later, a graduate student of social work. I tell my story all the time. I know my strengths and interests, drawing, running, writing, playing the guitar at all hours of the night. My goal is to be able to help students and individuals with learning disabilities just like me. Learning disabilities manifest so differently in every person. I always say that when you meet someone with a learning disability, you meet that one person, but listen to them. Make them feel wanted. Make them, us, feel included. Any one of us with NVLD will tell you of different experiences and areas which have impacted us. But there are overarching themes here. We've likely encountered people who haven't heard of NVLD. We want to be heard. We want to be treated with kindness and respect. It's the first time I'm admitting this publicly, but sadly I faced a lot of LD-related adversity. The term ableism comes up over and over. Individuals who have said that I'm unable to understand others' points of view when I've been told the opposite from people who know me for my empathy. Individuals who don't truly understand why I need things to be explained differently or several times. I have to explain that I'm more than my accommodations, which entitle me to double time on tests at a separate location. Another thing I always emphasize is to find your support system. Friends and people who know you and love you for who you are. Rely on them. Sorry. With your support, the NVLD project can conduct further research so that individuals with NVLD can receive the support we need. Last semester, in my first year practice lab class at Silverman School of Social Work at Hunter College, I was assigned to do a creative project about a population that's faced oppression. So I chose individuals with learning disabilities and wrote a poem about what it's like to have a learning disability, and I'd like to leave you guys with a part of it. It's an everyday struggle. It's being told to work harder. It's being told you're not trying hard enough.
It's never feeling good enough, no matter how hard you try. It's being called slow or stupid or even worse. It's feeling isolated from your peers. It's reading your homework 5 times and still barely understanding it. It's teachers who don't understand you. It's feeling like no one understands you. It's not even understanding yourself on some days. It's parents whose hearts are broken when they see you in tears over your homework. I can't see. It's teachers getting frustrated with you and making you feel like you don't belong. It's not being given a fair chance to succeed. It's feeling like you won't have a future. It's feeling invalidated over and over again. It's feeling like you're useless. It's feeling like you're worthless. It's feeling like your worth is defined by test scores. It's knowing that your grades don't reflect your persistent efforts. It's seeing things differently. It's hidden talents and strengths. It's finding people who share your struggles. Look around you. It's realizing you aren't stupid. It's realizing you aren't alone. It's realizing you're worth the world, and it's realizing you can change the world. Thank you.